Hello, everyone. I am so excited that you're checking out the Lunch and Learn. Let's just dive right in. I'm going to share my slides with you to stay on track. And I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. All right, the 4x1 method marketing class. Every time I offer this workshop, I get more and more epiphanies on insights. I'm especially excited to share an obvious one that never dawned on me until this moment. Or at least I found a new way to express the importance of keeping the foundation for your business marketing plan super simple because you are in Stephanie's lovely group. And yeah, we're all moms here, so we don't have time for complicated. So, really quick, that's me. This is me, Kathy Stoll. I am the founder of Bliss Beyond Nap Time, and my area of expertise is helping moms who are coaches, and especially moms who are coaches to other moms. I know that's a brain bender. Start, grow, and really just thrive in their mom coaching business. And this is what I have been doing for an extremely long time, in one rendition or another. And so that's what happens when you commit yourself to a niche and you just can't help but meditate on all aspects of it, get intimate with your ideal client struggles inside out. So marketing is just as natural as breathing. Looking at how you can solve their problems is like a no-brainer. It's something I'm very passionate about keeping your business as simple as possible so you can organically see it grow and flourish, very much like you watch your kids grow and flourish if you keep them nicely nourished, loved, make sure they get lots of sleep, and making sure that we are not giving up on them. So let's not give up. And a way to not give up is to, again, keep things simple. So that's what the 4x1 marketing plan is all about. Because sometimes what you don't do is just as important as what you do. So, as I mentioned, I've been at this for a long time, and I have gone through many seasons of taking different people's business gurus' advice online. And sometimes it just felt like I had to do everything. So, what I've learned is instead of asking, what do I have to give up? Is to ask, what am I going to go all in on? Because if we are going to be doing little tiny baby steps, in little like just a pocket few areas that is going to be building up over time. So let's not spread ourselves too thin. Let's show up consistently because this business growing is a marathon, not a sprint, especially when we have so many other things going on in our lives that are just as important. And all these quotes, by the way, as you can see, it's from the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Okay, so um, the four pillars is what I came up with many, many moons ago when I started my coaching training program I call Mom Coach School. It used to be called Mama Bliss Coaching School. And that was when I was settling in with my ideal clients, moms who want to become coaches. And I sat with what is the foundation for me to show up with that energy, that um, the answer to all the questions I was getting when I was began my business as a blog. And it was like, how is it that you're doing everything that you do? So really quickly, the blog I started, sorry, 19 years ago, because my daughter is on the cusp of turning 20. It started off when she was a baby, and it was documenting our desire to move from the city out to the country. And I started this before she turned one, because I remember I did a blog post about her turning one. And it was really cool because we did it. We moved out to the country, started a hobby farm. We purchased 7 acres of land that we were excited about building a straw bale house on. And my husband and I collected all these straw bale house building books. He took workshops on it. we were going big on this. Like we had a very, very elaborate plan. Like we actually hired an architect who has helped in the construction of straw bale houses, and he came up with a pretty schwanky looking house for us. So I'm saying schwanky because it was complicated. It was kind of like two rectangles ajar to each other. So there was a lot of like funky little corners, and then there was like sloping ceilings. And we hired our next door neighbor who was a builder. Um, to build our house for us. And it was like awesome for him. His commute was very short. He was a very talented builder. His building business is still booming. Um, and then he had to sit us down one day and he's like, this building plan is complicated. What I would recommend is keeping it simple for pillars. Right? So I just want to come back to that. It is the most sound foundation you can build for your business, especially when you are creating your marketing plan, because you just go back to four things. From there, you could build up, and then once things are rocking and rolling, then you can get a little fancy and schwanky. But to begin with, let's start with the four pillars. So after he suggested that to us, it's been my go-to. How can I choose four pillars? So when I started with my first coaching offer, I went back to what are the four pillars to what my ideal clients are struggling with. And I came up with for in order for them to thrive in life, they need to really prioritize self-care, have creative play every day, be clear on their values, and always lean on simplicity. And what I've noticed is that everything that helps my ideal clients is so transferable over to my business. So I encourage you to come up with four pillars for your ideal client with the main struggle that they're experiencing. And whenever you're feeling like stuck in your business and your marketing, you're just overcomplicating things, just check in to see what would I tell my ideal client in their specific struggle. What are the four pillars to my foundation of my client success, and then apply it to your business. So self-care, creativity, values, and simplicity. So the simplicity component is essential so that there is room for everything else in this plan. So because it allows you the space to allow all those intuitive hits. It's like swirling, right? It allows you the space to do things that are going to replenish you. So an example for me, um, the last couple years, I got turned on to pickleball in a big way. I'm always kind of like crossing things out in my daytime, or I'm like, no, I'm not going to go to the gym today. I'm going to go play pickleball because it's so nice out. Like we're really blessed with a gorgeous fall. So it's like, got to get that outdoor time in. So a simple marketing plan affords me the opportunity to deke out and do stuff that I'm like really excited about. And while I'm out there playing pickleball, I'm feeling like all these inspirational analogies that come up that I can apply to my business. So that's why we want to keep things simple. We want to have the time to do the things that are also just as important as your business. That's also going to be like fertilizer for your ideas, your enthusiasm, your passion, clarity on who you serve, and also just practical, keeps you healthy, right? So that we can show up consistently. It gives you the strength to tend to the other three. Like I was saying, it gives you the strength to get out there and do the self-care, to have creative fun, and to always remember to put what your values or priorities first and foremost. So it's all about what I'm about to show you about keeping things simple for this reason. And the four pillars in your business marketing plan, the 4x1, it's one niche and one offer to go with that, one social media platform, once a week content, and a once a week email. So there is a worksheet that comes with this. And if you want to get that worksheet, just reach out to me and I'll get that in your hands. And so by just focusing on 1, 1, 1, 1, it's going to attract your 1, 1, 1 ideal client because you're showing up not deteriorated, not burnt out, but really just turned on because you are confident you can help your ideal client because you sat with this decision, you came up with it, and everything else is going to fortify you becoming more and more and more of an expert. Like I was just sharing, I've been offering this workshop for eons, and then the whole like building thing came up just now when I was washing my hair. I'm like, oh my God, the straw bale house building story. So if you go back to the 111, you're just going to come up with your own intellectual property. It's going to get refined, and then you can always like course correct as you go. And I'm going to share a little bit how I course corrected over the years too. So again, you'll have space in your schedule to breathe. You'll have the flexibility to work around. If you have a day job, the 4x1 is going to give you the ability to do both and do both well. And again, you're just going to feel confident for mastering all these four things that just so happen to be built upon creativity and having fun. So it starts off with your niche statement. So who do you help? What are they struggling with? And what results? So again, this too has morphed over the years. If you follow me on Instagram, I must mention niche like once a day. That is like the number one, the most important, just like self-care is the most important mama bliss pillar, your niche statement is your most important marketing plan pillar. Keep coming back to this. So 1, 1, 1, 1, keep just going on with the one. So that means you want to get specific, like what, and I wrote here moms, because my niche statement is I help moms who coach moms who are struggling with getting clients so that they can make more money. So you too, who is your target audience? Maybe it's not moms, but I wouldn't be surprised if like 70% of you at least work with moms. We often feel compelled to work with people who are in a similar journey as us. But yeah, whoever you support, who's your target audience, and see if you could just own one main struggle that you are going to be the go-to person to help them with. Okay. So again, release the fear of tying yourself up into a weird little corner, a little box. You are also getting the flexibility to review this in 3 months' time and make any pivots that you see fit. And then what's the one result you'll focus on to deliver them to? And I encourage you, here's another recent evolvement update on the result. My latest aha is see if you can choose one of the three results. Either you're going to help them make more money, like I help my niche do, or help them get better health or build stronger relationships. Again, fear not that you are getting backed into a corner here. There's still lots of wiggle room. There's still lots of space. Keeping things simple allow those winds of inspiration to hit. And no matter what results you get people to, there's going to always be the ripple effect of, even though I help my clients with make more money, if they are making more money, then they can invest in their self-care in different ways. They can have a more stronger relationship with their spouse because their arguments about money might be put a little bit more to rest. It's going to form better relationships with their kids because they're going to feel more they have the resources to help them in whatever way. So anyway, so there's all these indirect results. So let's just nail down a niche statement. And this is going to fold into what is your main offer. I call this the big kahuna offer because let's just get this like one amazing way that is just the answer to their prayers of getting to work with you and have a price point that reflects that. So this is going to be your most highest priced offering. So everything is going to not necessarily like funnel people to this bakahuna, this big kahuna offer. I think I need to drink more latte. Hold on. Not everything, but it's going to also inspire what are going to be your lower price offers? What's going to be your freebie, right? It's all going to be related to your big kahuna. So for example, my big kahuna is working with my clients privately. It's $5,000, but I also have, my $9 a month coaching, mom coach membership. I I'm offering like workshops throughout the year. I have my coaching training program that has different tiers of pricing. But it's always like, if you really want to get the creme de la creme, here is my signature offer. And keeping that in your heart will also keep your ideal client, meaning the one who's struggling with this thing that your Big Kahuna offer is designed to solve. And then along the journey of them discovering you, starting with your freebie, they're going to be delighted and be like, ooh, one day maybe Big Kahuna. If not, that's okay too. Okay. So again, my ideal client is a mom coach. So this is an example that I share when I usually share this presentation. Your one coaching package, you want to get really into, okay, what is the struggle? What makes sense in terms of how long does it take to solve this? I encourage my clients at least $100 a session. I love once a week sessions. So that is just a simple way to price out your Big Kahuna. Okay. So what does this mama need to know or overcome right before she signs up for this coaching package? So this again is some ideas for you to start journaling on what your other offers could be that lead up to this. And this brings us to your next pillar coming up pretty quick, which is your email list. And also the next pillar, which is your weekly content. So all of the Big Kahuna, dream come true. What are the sub struggles within there? What are they curious about? What do they need to do or know in order to get prepared to work with you in that Big Kahuna? What is a sneak peek you can offer? What is a state of mind, like um, mindset meditations, mindset reframes that you can offer to get them more kind of like, it's like when you're starting a painting and you're priming the painting, let's get them primed to work with you. What are some first steps? So before I get into, I was going to double check the next slide. Yeah, the once a week content. So I wanted to share a little bit about my growth over the years. So again, I've been at this for a while. Um, I remember my son, like both my kids went to the local Waldorf school here, and that was a big, riffing off of the whole moving out to the country. We were out in the boonies. Um, and I was in love with the Waldorf education, and that was a big motivation for us to move closer to town, and we did. My daughter went, and ever since grade 3, that's when we moved out here. And then my son has been going ever since he was 5. He's 15. He just started high school. So, anyways, I just remember the commute to driving them to school, and I would listen to all the podcasts, and I listened to the Smart Passive Income podcast. Pat Flynn, he's adorable. But it just goes to show that I tried what all the gurus said. And what Pat said, I remember listening to this one episode, is be everywhere. I think he actually wrote a book or did an e-course called that. I tried that. I'm like, I'm doing whatever the gurus. I am like a coach's dream come true. Like, I will do whatever you tell me to. But what I learned from that, trying to be everywhere, was just exhausting. So I decided to stop that, and I decided to just be one place. So I want you to do that too. Just choose one weekly content. So choose either to do a blog post once a week, or a podcast once a week, or a YouTube video, or if you're not there yet, Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, or LinkedIn posts. I'm not very familiar with LinkedIn, but I know that you can do posts there. So whatever makes sense, again, just like we're saying, how long does it make sense to work with the struggle of your ideal client? What makes sense for you, that little like overlap between what you have fun doing and also where your ideal clients are hanging out, and commit to showing up there once a week. So, because if you're everywhere, you're going to be nowhere, because you're just going to be like zzz, 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 in circles. So if you just choose one, you could guarantee that you're going to show up consistently. And notice how you like to communicate. What I like to do with my clients is a human design chart read. And if I notice, like me, they have a defined throat center, I always encourage them to get a podcast like I do. But notice what you'd like to do. Do you like to go on video? Do you prefer to write? And then choose your weekly content accordingly. Choose only one social media platform instead of trying to do the TikTok and the Instagram and the Facebook and what's another social media platform? TikTok, you know, all the things. Just choose one. So I actually began with Facebook. All right, just gonna let some people in. So choosing that one social media platform, um, just choose one. I'm not saying that you are going to be locked into one, but choose one where you're going to be uh expert on. I'm just gonna put y'all on mute. Awesome. And have that be your main place. And then what you can do too is you can either obviously connect people, connect the platforms like what I do with my Instagram to my Facebook, or you can just simply repurpose in creative ways. Okay, so choose one. Again, you could either then take like not a super expensive e-course, but choose an e-course where you can learn the language, where you can learn some basics of the algorithm, because each platform wants you to utilize them all the features in the most effective ways. So just learn, it's like you're learning the language and then you can express yourself there. Or hire an expert for a quick audit and consult and get them someone that you can trust, maybe get some referrals and being like, can you just show me how to use this to my best ability? And then just keep it simple to begin with. So here's an example. You want to be spending some time each day on your platform. When I say each day, I'm talking mama speak. I'm talking Monday through Friday. I like to keep my weekends open for inspiration. I want to say spending time with my family, but my kids are teens now, so who are we kidding? But yeah, we have dinner every evening. But basically, I'm talking Monday through Friday. And then my chosen platform used to be Facebook. And when I was all in on Facebook, that was a few years ago, and it looked a little bit different. But what I was doing on my Facebook page, I was posting 3 times a day. And I'm just saying it looked different because I wouldn't advise that at all today. In my Facebook group, I was in there once or twice a day. I was doing a Facebook Live once a week. And I wrote here Facebook Schmooze, where I was showing up in other people's groups and I was answering questions, being parts of conversations, which was really fabulous. But then I decided to try out Instagram. I took courses. I had a Instagram coach work with me just to kind of wrap my mind around it. And I love it. So, what I do now on Instagram, again, Monday through Friday, I do a reel or a post. I aim to do a story once or twice a day, again, Monday through Friday. I haven't done this in a while, but in my prime, I was doing a live, excuse me, frog, doing a live once a week. Hmm. And what I do now, for Facebook, it's simply you can get into your settings. Whatever I post on Instagram is on my Facebook page. So I can go on and on about the Facebook page thing, but in a nutshell, I wouldn't worry about your Facebook page, other just to make sure that there's something there so that if people are checking you out, they'll see that you're still around. So that's just an example about, again, every aspect of the 4x1 plan. You're not getting a tattoo here. You can change your mind, including your niche statement. And just want to try different things on, like a pair of jeans, and walk around a bit on it and notice what you love. So I was really resistant to Instagram for the longest time. I don't know why. I didn't get it. And then I got it, and now I love it. And I really feel I'm having fun expressing myself. I think Vanessa even mentioned she really likes my reels because it gets, and once you get comfortable, then you can kind of be like, okay, and then you can allow aspects of your personality to shine through. And you also get to use search engine optimization to some degree. And I honestly, I've had clients say, I just went on Instagram, I searched mom coach, and you came up. And so that's because if you check out my reels, either you'll see the word niche or mom coach or get clients to that effect in the description, in the wording, in the text. So just whichever one you choose, just use your niche statement in some variation over and over again. because we really want to sound like a broken record. Okay. So before I show up on the social media, on my weekly content, I sit with my niche statement and I ask, what do they need to hear today that's going to help with that struggle? And how can I serve them? So this is also going to add fuel to this fire that is the 4x1 marketing plan. And you can either like slide these into your calendar as tasks. It totally depends on your style. Honestly, that's not my style. I am a creature of habit. I have my routine I've had ever since my kids were babies when I started this business. You know, I did that ninja maneuver out of bed so as not to wake anybody else up in the house and I would make my latte. I sit down and I would do a social, like some kind of post, and that's what I'm doing to this day. So whatever works for you, I'm just showing up consistently. Um, I'm going to say finally, I'm pretty sure this is the final one, your once a week email. So we already touched upon getting your freebie out there. And once people are on your email list, now you're in control of that marketing touch point. You're being like, once a week, hey there, don't you forget about me. And we really want to be building up that email list. Get creative with how you do that. Become a guest on other people's podcasts or lunch and learns. Wink, wink. You want to, once you have people on your list, this is your opportunity to start building that trust factor with them. You know, I always like to say, writing that weekly email list is like, to me, I feel like I'm writing a love letter to that ideal client who's experiencing that struggle we spoke of at the very beginning about the niche statement. And, you know, I always like to say that little question in my heart, oh my God, don't ever guess what happened this week. Cause it gets me into that mind frame of I'm connecting with a friend I haven't talked to all week. And then I get to share a little personal tidbit so they feel that connection. And then I tie it into that struggle, or you know, I can share what is going on in that free weekly content. I get to, you know, offer like some encouragement. You got this. I get to remind them of the freebie they signed up for, or a heads up. I have an e-course that's about to be released. So just showing up consistently. People, I know for me, I sign up for freebies. To get the freebie, but sometimes just because I'm curious about people. I'm like, you know, I'm fascinated by this person. I don't want to forget about them. So I'll just sign up for their freebie, even though I'm just like, I don't really need it. I just want to start getting emails from them because I want to learn more about what their shtick is, right? So choose the day that you're going to send it out and stick to that schedule. If at least once a week. I even send mine out more than once a week, but at least once a week. And then that way you start to build in that predictability factors like, ooh, I can trust that she is taking this business serious. She's not like a flash in the pan. Again, some ideas of what it could be. What I did forever was when I had my blog before my podcast, I had a blog and I would just simply put in, cut and paste the first couple of paragraphs of the blog post and then read more here. And then that way people would click and it would whisk them away to my weekly content. Again, the love letter component, making an offer and informing of upcoming training. And then again, writing it, you can play with the length. If you are a chatty Cathy like me, I can write a lot. But sometimes I like to mix it up, make it crazy short sometimes. Play with the like play with the tone. If you're a silly bee like me, be serious sometimes, or vice versa. Play with the frequency once a week, you know, maybe once in a while. If you do a launch, you're going to be sending out more emails, obviously, and play with style. Maybe put a funny GIF in there sometime. Maybe for funsies, you know, put bullet points. Put in your favorite Spotify playlist. Delight your email subscribers and just have fun. Speaking of fun, you get to play with your 4x1 marketing plan. I provided you guys with worksheets to write down some of your ideas. And then I encourage you to stick to it for at least the next 3 months. And then put that in your calendar. Or if you're like me, the seasons, like maybe in the winter when the larch start to turn color. Review your plan, see what's working, what's not, what's fun, what's kind of like a drag. Notice your energy. Of course, it's not all going to be like good times. Like it doesn't, but don't let it be miserable. And then also just check in, especially with your niche statement. Again, that is the most pillarist of all these pillars. Course correct that one or any aspect of your 4x1 until you start seeing the results you want. So really quick, the results again for your clients, it's more money, better relationships, or better health. Of course, the feelings that come with it. I can go on and on about feelings too, by the way. But how are they going to feel once they get those results? Take a moment and sit with those feelings, write them out, and then circle like one or two that really resonate with you. I encourage you to live into those feelings yourself. The results you want, course correct, are those feelings. When you start feeling like more at peace with your business, when you start feeling more abundance, more harmony, that is a sign that you're on track with your marketing plan. And then you can, start adding all those funky corners and build a mandala style. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, at the beginning, I was talking about building a really solid home, and then you can add like the skylights, all those designer features that are just going to overwhelm you if you go into your business marketing plan getting too fancy. Keep it simple. Have fun. So thank you so much, everyone, for checking this out. It has been an honor. Thanks for the invitation, Stephanie. And please do reach out. blissbeyondnaptime.com is where you can find me. You can Google me, Kathy Stoll. I think there's only one other Kathy Stoll on the planet. So the one that talks a lot about mom coaching. That's me. And do reach out. And this was fun. And I look forward to hearing some of your feedback. Share in the Facebook group your niche statement for funsies, and I am cheering you on. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.